In Rise of Skywalker, everyone's favorite evil dictator and human raisin, Emperor Palpatine, will return to the big screen. Yet, outside of his rise to power in the prequels, not much is known about one of the most powerful Sith Lords. Sheev Palpatine was born to an influential family on Naboo, later entering into Nabooian politics, because who doesn't want to deal with trade federations? During this time, Palpatine met Darth Plagueis, a Sith Lord who took him in as the apprentice Darth Sidious, which is a totally not evil-sounding name at all. Palpatine learned that Plagueis had learned to manipulate midi-chlorians in order to prevent people from dying. Palpatine never learned the secret, but became obsessed with immortality. He later killed Plagueis in his sleep, in grand Sith tradition. Doesn't being a Sith Lord sound like tons of fun? Palpatine was eventually elected to the Galactic Senate, and saw the festering corruption as an opportunity. He slowly gathered allies, including the later Grand Moff Tarkin, who Disney would creepily resurrect like a Sith for Rogue One. Tarkin and Palpatine became close collaborators, with Palpatine often commenting on how similar the two men were. Eventually, Palpatine began his plan to create a new Sith Empire, so he traveled to Dathomir to find a new apprentice. Palpatine betrayed the Dathomirian Night Sister Talzin, and instead took the Night Brother Darth Maul as his apprentice. What can you say, the guy likes betraying people. While training Maul, Palpatine also met a like-mind in Count Dooku, who was similarly disenfranchised with the corruption and stagnation of both the Galactic Republic and the Jedi Order, making him easily malleable to Palpatine's insidious agenda. Eventually, Palpatine learned to manipulate midi-chlorians, but was still not able to stop death, yet was able to create life, and eventually created the miracle birth of Anakin Skywalker. So, in a weird, creepy Force way, Palpatine is Anakin's father. Not entirely sure if that's better than Anakin being Space Jesus. Eventually, Palpatine manipulated the events of the prequel trilogy, attempting to kill Queen Padme in order to build goodwill towards Naboo, and eventually become Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. He was even pleasantly surprised when Anakin arrived at the same time, allowing Palpatine to manipulate the young Jedi and his own Force son, as he set into motion the Clone Wars while pretending to be a caring leader. All in all, Palpatine would have been an amazing actor. After instigating Order 66, killing the Jedi, and creating Darth Vader, Palpatine eventually consolidated his power as the Empire formed. He even remade the Jedi Temple of Coruscant into the Imperial Palace, because the man just loves to gloat. Palpatine recognized that Tarkin, while not Force-sensitive, was truly closest to the mindset of a Sith. Palpatine dissolved the Galactic Senate and gave political power over to the Imperial military, which was led by Grand Moff Tarkin. They do say it's all about who you know in politics. As Tarkin and Vader controlled the day-to-day operations of the Empire, Palpatine continued his quest to become immortal. He began to fund a scientist named Dr. Clio, the scientist who saved Vader after Obi-Wan nearly killed him. Clio believed that technology could extend a person's life, and even make the Force obsolete. Despite scoffing at a Forceless universe, Palpatine was intrigued by Clio. He funded Clio's initiative, but Clio soon became too powerful. But Palpatine could not kill him without creating a large issue, so he manipulated Vader into killing Clio for him. I mean, he could have just asked, but he loves the art of manipulation. However, Palpatine continued to fund Clio's research, right up until his defeat and death at the hand of Luke and Anakin Skywalker. It's quite possible that Clio's technology may play a role in Palpatine's resurrection. But one thing is for certain with his return in Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine is definitely in it for the long manipulation game.